Warning, the content on this video may be triggering to some people. Viewers' discretion is advised. Welcome to part 2 of the fall of David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad. In part 1, we discussed the insider article, the allegations of Seth and Big Nick against David Dobrik and the entire squad. So let's jump right back into the second part, where I'm picking up right after reading the insider article. It comes to no surprise that right after this came out, the internet went insane. Many videos were made, tweets were tweeted, and David needed to do something. Usually David does not address any kind of drama, but to everybody's surprise, he decided to come forward and post a video about the situation. In a 2-minute and 32-second video titled Let's Talk that he posted on his second channel that currently holds 1.69 million subscribers instead of posting to his main channel with well over 18 million. In the beginning of the video, he introduces himself and lists his resume, saying that he has 600 plus videos made and probably trying to imply that with his experience, he knows what he's doing.
Consent is something that's super important to me. Whether I'm shooting with a friend or shooting with a stranger, I always make sure that whatever the video I'm putting out, I have the approval from that person.
Unless it's Hannah, because her approval was given to Dom while she was intoxicated and unable to give consent to the video, and I assume she didn't give the consent directly to Dobrik because she reached out to Dom again after to ask him to take the video down.
And I also acknowledge that there's times where a person can change their mind and they decide that they no longer want to be associated, they no longer want to be in the video that I'm putting up, and then I'll take the video down. With the Seth situation, I'm sorry to Seth. I would just want to make videos where everybody in it, you know, whether you're participating or watching, is enjoying and having a good time. And I missed the mark with that one. And I'm really sorry. With people in my life that I don't film with anymore, like Dom and, you know, the other people that I no longer film with.
Let's try to dissociate from Dom. Quick!
I chose to distance myself because I don't align with some of the actions, and I don't stand for any kind of misconduct, and I've been really disappointed by some of my friends.
Just like in my vlogs, I'm always the guy that like manipulates people and tells them to do stupid.
And I also believe that actions speak a lot louder than words. And, you know, you can take my word for it that I'm going to change, but I'll also show you and I'll prove to you that, you know, the mistakes I made before won't be happening again. But yeah, that's it. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you later.
This video should have been titled Let Me Talk because the likes and comments were disabled. He seemed to be very annoyed to be making that video, and he just used all apologetic buzzwords like actions speak louder than words, I learned from my mistakes, you will see. And he was done in less than 3 minutes. Fuckery. The internet was not here for it. It got a ton of backlash. However, Trisha had a lot to say about it.
David's apology, right? There's let's talk and then turns off the comments. It's cowardly. If you make a mistake, own up to it. Don't say, I'm sorry, everyone's like, you know, putting pressure on me and now I have to make this like fake apology. David will not leave situations until he gets a vlog, and he will push and push. He will get pissed at people. Not more than a week ago, this is the same guy that was providing SATIRE with screenshots from forever, how long ago, from Seth trying to prove that he gave consent. Within a prank in itself is not consent. My whole point is David shift blames. His lawyer gave the comment to the insider saying, if this did happen, David did nothing wrong. It's David's vlog, David published it, David chorused it, David had his friends go out and do shit for him, buy minors alcohol. It's really graphic and it's really disgusting, this story, and it's way deeper than I even knew of this story. It's so manipulative and it's so disgusting. He does it on his Views channel, which nobody watches that channel, like literally nobody watches, and I'm not saying that to be shady, it's a new channel. It's insane to me that they have gotten away with it for this long. It's insane to me that these people won't get their closure and their justice, like they just won't. Maybe over time, right? It took, you know, R. Kelly time to get, because people knew. Harvey Weinstein, people knew. And I do put that in the same category as a Harvey Weinstein. I think even hearing from David's like lawyers through the insider per comment, I was like, wow, that's crazy, because this is what they think. They think they do nothing wrong. They think everything's okay. He's saying even if people choose to retract consent, like, but these people never gave it. You can't give consent when you're under the influence of alcohol, implying that there was ever consent to begin with in the first place. You did something really, really, really wrong, and I'm sorry. A 2-minute video on your Views podcast channel that no one watches. Why is this not on your main channel? Why is this not on your David Dobrik too? Like, you can have Laura and David Dobrik too, but you can't have this freaking apology. And this would have been a perfect time for David to be like to his audience, you know, right? Like, I messed up, point blank period. Like, I messed up. Like, you encouraged this whole new generation of people with your videos, inspired them, whatever, and showed them a type of behavior. That's not cool. You kind of like, okay, I'm gonna just like try and get past that. David on the anti-bullying tour, right? If David's trying to be this positive role model and this anti-bullying, like, good for him. I really hope he does. But start with accountability. Start with a real apology. Don't gloss over trying to prove Seth a liar. Don't gloss over this really serious allegation. This Business Insider is really serious shit, and it compelled me enough to comment. And the fact that your lawyers tried to discredit that by discrediting me, but the fact that he just blew past the issue, the main issue. There was trigger warning. There was involved in David's vlog. He filmed it. He produced it. There was wrongdoing. His lawyers said there's absolutely no wrongdoing. This was messed up. Like, I'm like, this is bad. Not, oh, I don't remember Todd not buying alcohol. That's not the issue. Like, you partook in this. You heard this. You were there. You were laughing. You were mocking the situation. Just like, apologize. Don't defend. Like, David is not empathetic. He's not sympathetic. He's not sorry. He knows he has to address it because it's it's snowballing, right? Other people are coming forward and sharing their stories, and he's trying to wipe his hands clean. But this was your vlog. This was your production. This is what you produced. This is what you encouraged.
Trisha, after this video, had a Twitter fight with Jeff Wittek. But before that, let's talk about this one girl that also surfaced from TikTok with more allegations about her experience with David Dobrik, Dom, and the Vlog Squad. Thus, in my opinion, confirming Trisha Paytas' comment that there's probably more girls out there who haven't come out yet.
No way am I coming for David Dobrik. He was actually really nice until we kind of realized that, like, he was provoking the situation. Yeah, they definitely gave us a lot of alcohol. Obviously, we were at the time, and we just thought it was cool to be able to hang out with them. And now that I'm thinking about it, it was so bad. Like, we just realized that how many girls they'd done this to.
Another girl posted a TikTok where she was with Dirty Dom and the Vlog Squad, and she had to hide in the bathroom and pretend to be throwing up so she wouldn't have to go out and have to dodge Dirty Dom's advances, which comes to show that there's probably a whole lot more girls there are to come out and tell their story with the Vlog Squad. But I digress. Trisha was tweeting at David Dobrik right after his 2-minute apology video. Hey David Dobrik, remember that night you asked to put in a bit I didn't want and I said no and you still put in? That's not consent, bud. She also said, hey David, hire new PR and new lawyers. How can your lawyers say you're not at fault when it's literally your video? In another tweet, she says, David Dobrik really just tried to shift all the blame on Dom. You're sick. Jeff and Todd went and bought alcohol for the girls. That vlog shows them not into it and then cuts to them having sex. Jeff actually responded to Trisha saying, we didn't buy anything for anyone. I willingly called that reporter because I know I'm innocent in the situation. I'm not perfect, but I 100% didn't do what you're accusing me of, and I'm willing to go to any extent to prove it. Trisha responded back and said, how do you explain the girls getting the alcohol? How do you explain how the girls had a change of heart, as David said in his vlog? What was the convincing that happened? You guys were there at the start of the vlog and end. Jeff replied to her saying, I can't explain what I don't know. I was there for 15 minutes. All I know is what you and only you are accusing me of is false. In a now deleted tweet, he said, maybe Dom bought it. Maybe you did. Maybe one of the girls did. I'm just saying it definitely wasn't me or Todd. Nobody told me. I thought it was a consensual bit. Sorry I didn't say hi at Starbucks that one time. Jeff released a statement in Twitter saying, my heart goes out entirely to the victim. I am truly sorry you were in that situation, which I was not aware at the time. The disgusting actions Dom had committed to you, I absolutely do not condone. I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my life, but if I was in the room where a girl was potentially going to get I would absolutely never sit there and let that happen. As for my involvement in the video, I was under the impression it was a consensual bit. I have absolutely nothing to do with, nor any influence with this disgusting act, nor did I purchase anything to allow this to happen. I have tremendous respect for all women, and I would not let any actions like this happen to anyone, with much love and respect. In the now deleted video titled My Truth, Jeff came out to try to give his version of things.
Unfortunately, a couple days ago, an article came out where some pretty horrible things were said, and I felt the need to address them. My name was in the article, and I'm associated with these horrible, horrible acts, and I am completely 100% innocent. I have nothing to hide. I'm completely innocent, and what was said about me was false. What Dom did was horrible and disgusting and makes me sick. Well, technically, I got reached out to comment on it, and nobody really knew what happened that night until that article was sent out to us. I am mad at myself because of the way I look. I know that I didn't do what they're saying that I did, but the way it looks, I can understand why people are pissed off.
He started talking about how everything started with the Instagram post, yada yada yada. We already discussed how this all started.
This situation this night is not how it played out in the video. I and David and we all were under the impression that this was a consensual bit.
I hate to beat the dead horse here, but yes, it's a consensual bit. They came over, they consented to come over, they're over 18, I get it. But once you get somebody drunk, they can no longer consent. Even David Dobrik mentioned this in one of his videos, that he understands that somebody drunk cannot consent.
You hooked up with Dom back in October. Now, did you give Dom consent to hook up with you?
I was drunk. I was drunk too, so it's consensual.
No, it's not consensual.
But in the article, it says that Trisha, who was Jason's girlfriend at the time and the one bringing all this to light, she is saying that I supplied alcohol to loosen up the girls. I willingly called Insider to clear my name and say this is complete bullshit.
I thought he said he was reached out for a comment.
Well, technically I got reached out to comment on it.
Whatever, I digress, let's keep going. So far he's blaming Trisha Paytas for claiming that he went to buy alcohol for the girls. However, we just read the whole entire article, and the person that said that was Sarah, the designated driver, therefore the one person who was not drinking that night. Keep that in mind because this gets a lot better.
I talked to the reporter and I told her that I had nothing to do with buying the alcohol. I will go down to that liquor store and I will dig for those tapes from 3 years ago to see who walked in the liquor store. The only one that was allegedly saying that I bought the alcohol was Trisha. Trisha wasn't even there when the alcohol supposedly arrived.
How does he even know she wasn't there when the alcohol arrived? Was he there, incriminating himself much? Then he mentions the part of the article where he makes a joke about Todd likes whiskey, and he actually exposes that he was filming while he was on the phone with the reporter from the article. As far as I'm aware of, California, you need consent from both parties to do that kind of recording, and if she did not know he was recording, that was illegal what he did. Another display that the vlog squad does not understand the concept of consent.
We all left thinking it didn't work out. We peeked in the room. We were like, oh, they went in the room with him, but nobody's clothes were taken off. Nobody was kissing. There was nothing going on. We were just joking around. We left. We went somewhere else to film something else. In the video, it looks like we were peeking in, and in the article, it says that the friends had to lift her limp body out of the room because she drank so much alcohol. I would never look into a room and see a limp girl being and allow that to happen.
First of all, I'm gonna say that I don't believe that they saw them going into the room and then just left to film elsewhere. Second of all, he's trying to misinterpret the allegations, saying that they peeked into the room while the roommate and Sarah were trying to lift Hannah's limp body out of the bed. Literally, the article does not say that. The article says the part where the roommates lift her off bed is afterwards, and the article also says that the time that they were peeking is when things were happening. You can even see Dom opening the door at one point.
I don't stand for any of that shit. Dom is going to get what's coming to him. I've been reaching out to him because he needs to address this, because since I'm the only one who will talk, I'm the one that's getting the most shit. And I called Dom several times a day. I've been texting him, and he said, stop calling me. He said, on a call, bro, stop calling me. I said, stop calling you. It doesn't work like that. I ended it off with saying, you better hope the cops find you before I do. It's obvious that you know, things are scripted and set up and reshot. I've said that.
Yo, so I want to know, that's all real.
100%. Yeah. No, it's super real. That's
already. But there is a clip at the end of the video, and it's with Dom with his shirt off, and he's fucking sweating. That shot was not even shot that day.
So I went back on the footage and I wanted to see if it was actually indeed not shot that day. And I could say that I believe that. So check it out. If you look behind the bed in the slow motion here, right by the bedboard, you can definitely see some sunlight. Also, you can see right on top at the window area when he lifts his arm, it's the sun right there. So definitely at this part, I do believe that it was shot the next day.
David went back the next day to shoot that sweaty scene. They literally sprayed him to make him look sweaty.
So I was gonna ask, you didn't spray, like he didn't get sprayed down, like that was all real?
No, dude, he was soaked. I mean, the bed was disgusting. It was, the whole thing is horrendous. No, it's super real.
It's sad how we can catch Dobrik in a lie right there, but I do believe, Jeff, that scene was shot the next day.
I woke up today to a call from my manager where I was asked to delete all the posts that I've done with the brand that I've been partnered with for a while. And I felt like angry at first and, you know, disappointed. I didn't feel guilty. I felt like this is now costing me everything I've worked for. I refused to delete it, and he said they could sue you. And I said, you know what? Then fuck it. Let him sue me. I'm innocent. Removing those posts from those partnerships, it looks like I'm admitting guilt. I mean, this allegation in here could potentially ruin my life and career and everything I worked for. This article currently costs me every partnership I've worked my entire life to build. And it's all just because I was trying to help by telling the reporter the truth.
I hate the fact that he keeps blaming the article on the situation. This article is actually doing something good. And because of this article, people are getting their stories heard. He's literally blaming his poor decisions and defending David Dobrik and trying to protect his reputation by trying to discredit the reporter and silencing Hannah. Because once people think that the reporter is not a credible one, Hannah's story would have been out in vain just because he wants to keep making money with David Dobrik. Such a dick move. It's clear to me that he only made this video because he's losing sponsors and he is getting desperate.
I asked the reporter if she was sorry for twisting my words and causing all this now.
Hannah went to Insider to tell her story. The reporter just made sure that it came out. Why is he trying to say that the reporter is trying to twist things? The reporter is just telling a story. He is such a freaking jerk. 3 years ago, Ali tried to tell her story. It went nowhere. And thanks to the Insider article, now she has a voice. Now they're being heard. What a freaking jerk to try to save his own career in one breath, saying that he's with them in the next breath. But if there was no Insider article, Hannah would be another Ali, getting backlash from Dobrik's fans and being treated like she's a liar for clout.
Jeff, I am very, very sorry to hear that. Like, I feel like you were more of an innocent, well, I feel like you were more of a bystander in the overall conflict, and I am very sorry that that is headed your way. I don't think that anything else is going to come out that will, like, involve you specifically, because...
Are you sorry to hear it, or are you sorry that, like, you worded it that way, though? Like, it sounds like...
I mean, I'm sorry to hear it, because ultimately, like, I had to do that for my job. Like, that's just, like, what I had to do with the information that I was presented with. But I am sorry to hear that.
Kat, the reporter who actually wrote the article, tweeted about this clip. And she said, before Jeff asked me if I was sorry, he told me people were calling him a and I was apologizing because he had to experience that. So it looks like he was taking the whole entire thing out of context to fit his own narrative.
What you did was not do good research and you brought down a lot of innocent people along the way.
Please just keep in mind that he said that she didn't do good research, because we will find out later that he also didn't do very good research. She even said in the article she watched the video, she got pictures from Sarah and Hannah, text messages, and she had interviewed Hannah and Sarah. She tried to talk to Audrey. She reached out to all of the Vlog Squad members that were present in the night of the happening. What more research does he need her to do?
Losing partnerships that me and my team work to build. You know, I'm not the only one that works on my videos. I have, I think, about 10 employees now on payroll that rely on me to eat. And I rely on brand partnerships to be able to put videos out for free. It's all ruined now because of this fucking article that you put my name in.
They're gonna start!
Here I am, beating the dead horse. He keeps saying it's about the money. He is annoyed that he lost his brand partnerships.
But if it's such a serious story, get the facts straight. This is a criminal case now. Get the facts straight. Don't just throw around, oh, this person might have done this because Trisha said this.
He keeps forgetting that 2 witnesses also mentioned his name about the alcohol situation. Not only Trisha. Just because he doesn't like Trisha does not mean that Trisha cannot be a witness to a crime. Ironically enough, after his video, he decided to join Trisha and Ethan on Frenemies podcast to further elaborate on his side of things, and boy oh boy, things got spicy.
Because he first of all blames you and the author for putting him in this situation, and I feel the people he should really be mad with are his friends. Well, to be frank with you, I don't think he read the article based on his response video. He's clearly been accused by the sober friends, it's several of the witnesses there that night who spoke to insiders saying him and Todd returned with alcohol.
Some of the biggest issues with Jeff's video were the fact that he claims that he didn't buy any alcohol to anyone and he wasn't involved with anything that involves alcohol. Second of all, he tweeted saying that he was in the party for only 15 minutes. Also, he blames Trisha for claiming that he was the one that bought alcohol, and he also blames Trisha for the whole article for some reason. The problem is, Ethan and Trisha have some very good receipts. And oh boy, he's gonna look bad.
Listen to this.
Get like whiskey for himself. I don't see how that is like. I mean, that could be misconstrued to that Todd bought alcohol for a party, but it's all like, you know.
Todd bought whiskey for himself doesn't mean he bought alcohol for the party.
When you have people in a house who are underage, you need to take the steps to avoid them consuming that alcohol you bring in there.
Well, also one of the big holes in all their stories, which I'll pull up, is that David knew about this because David got this text message through Dom. On a text message about 1.5 years ago when David deleted this film. Why did David delete this vlog? Because he knew that the girl, one of the girls that Dom had slept with, had sent him a text messaging accusing him
of the artwork,
of a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Right? So this whole notion that David didn't even know is factually incorrect, right? Based on that text message.
Yeah, of course.
In a recorded conversation between Jeff and the reporter who wrote the Insider article, she tells Jeff that it wasn't only Trisha who told her about the alcohol purchase, but also the sober friend. That is kind of proof that Jeff knew that it wasn't only Trisha who mentioned about him going to purchase the alcohol. Even though he knew that, he only mentioned Trisha on his video.
One here, I saw a screenshot that said Jeff Whittek and Todd Smith bought alcohol but it's from Trisha, which is like
it's from Trisha. It's also from the other girls. Like, they remembered that David had asked Jason to go buy the alcohol, and then Trisha told Jason, like...
So remember this, because he keeps saying in his video, I'm only in this because of Trisha. And this is proof that he knew before he made this video that the accuser specifically named him.
Don't buy the alcohol. And then they said that you and Todd left and came back with like a bottle of, I think, Jack. And I do know, like, I have like the video, like I've watched the video, so like it was like you and Todd and like that whole group was there. Yeah. I don't know like if you remember anything specific around that.
I did not. 100,000% I
take the secret to the grave.
Alcohol for minors.
Okay, there's.
Trisha will say things where she says one truth, and then she'll.
Are you not hearing where she said the other people named you?
It's crazy.
Why is he so obsessed with you? Like, this is not having to do with you.
I've never bought underage girls alcohol.
I figured that was the case.
So I don't think he's lying. I think what he's saying is Todd bought it.
There was a clip from, I don't know what video it was. It might have been on like the barbershop series. There was a clip of you and Todd talking about how like you had gone to get it, but you didn't want to. So then Todd ended up getting it. Like it was like you guys had gone together. Like David had asked you to get it. You were there. You were like, I feel really uncomfortable doing this. And then Todd was ultimately the one who ended up buying the alcohol.
I tried to look for the video on the barbershop series, and I came to find out in a Reddit post that the video has been removed.
I don't even think Todd was there that day.
He was there. He's in the video. He's literally in the video, peeking into the room, saying, "I'm feeling right now."
I don't even drink alcohol myself. I don't support it. You know, I mean, like, I'm not against people drinking, but like, I don't have alcohol in my house.
Dude, that's not a defense.
Do you think it's possible? Yeah, I totally get that. I know Todd was there because like he's in the video and everything.
Thank you.
Do you think it's possible that like Todd was the one who bought the alcohol?
I don't think so.
But the part that you don't mention once in this whole pathetic video is that two of the other witnesses that were there said that you and Todd came back with alcohol.
When this first broke and you were arguing with him on Twitter the other day, Trisha,
yeah,
he tweeted that he was only there for 15 minutes. But everything he's stating in this video also contradicts that.
After listening to the voice memos between Jeff and the reporter, watching Jeff's video, and drawing some conclusions, it was time for Jeff to join the podcast.
Oh, did you and Todd go to the store to buy the alcohol?
No. 100% no.
And did Todd buy himself whiskey?
No. To my understanding, Todd didn't leave the apartment.
Was there alcohol at the apartment?
There was alcohol at the apartment.
Did you know the girls were underage?
No.
You said on the phone call that they were either 20 or 21 years old.
Yeah, to my understanding, yeah.
So you did know that some of them were underage?
Well, it's 20 underage for drinking.
Yes, that's what I mean by underage.
Yeah.
So you were aware that they were underage drinking alcohol there?
I didn't know which ones were drinking.
Okay.
You know.
Right, that's fair.
I respectfully disagree. I don't think that's fair. When you are in a spot where you have people who are under the age of drinking, everyone in the room is responsible to make sure that the person does not drink or to not have alcohol available in the party.
You say you were there for 15 minutes. Do you stand by that still?
No. I was there for probably 30, 45, but I did go home. I didn't stay.
Were you there the whole night?
No.
What I have here is a photo at the end of the night taken at 1:18 a.m. from one of the witnesses, one of the girls there. It has in it all of you guys outside, Todd, you, Jonah, David, and then what you see here is one of the girlfriends holding up Hannah. And then I'm assuming you were there when the girls arrived. They arrived around 11, so that means you were there for 2 hours.
Okay. To my recollection, I wasn't there for 2 hours.
This photo is timestamped at 1:18 a.m.
And you're sitting next to me at the vlog when me and Jason are still there. We vlogged later that night at about 11:30 a.m. saying we left.
Yeah.
Initially in his video, Jeff says that they didn't stay there more than 15 minutes and then they left to film somewhere else. Once he was in the podcast with Frenemies, he said that he was there for 45 minutes. But then the photo in the end of the night kind of places him there for the whole entire time. He still denies being there for the whole entire time, but later in the interview, things change again. Just let's keep watching.
According to the account of the events, she was puking and clearly very, very, very intoxicated, and you guys are all there. So I have a hard time believing that all the guys there, including you and David and all you guys, didn't know that this girl was like borderline blackout.
No, I certainly wasn't there when they were having sex.
Well, sure, they were in a private room. You weren't in the room when they were.
No, I wasn't even in the apartment.
So you were
at all.
So you left and then you came back at the end of the night?
I guess I did come back. My apartment is literally a block away from that apartment complex.
Were you there when Dom locked the door?
I didn't get that far into it. I was already gone.
Oh, just to be clear, your story is changing now. You left after, you were saying 15, 30 minutes, and now you're saying, well, I did come back at the end of the night. clearly based on the photo. So at what point in the party did you peek into the bedroom?
When I peeked in the room, it was all just pretending to try to act like we were getting something on
So
each
was
other.
it a setup though? You're implying that it was a setup.
I'm implying it's a setup.
Once again, on this subject of peeking in the room, he has several versions for it. The first one is that they peeked in the room when there was nobody there yet. Then he says it was in the next day. He can't seem to have his shit together.
And then I think David left too. I think everybody left, and then
they all came back and saw the girl blacked out.
That doesn't make any sense, Jeff.
And decided to post the vlog the next day.
Everybody left.
And look, I'm telling you.
Everybody left and came back for a photo at the end of the night.
Again, Jeff's story changes. Now he says that everybody left. Not only him, but everyone left. Well, the vlog footage has two details that do not help him with his story. The first one is the fact that when they're at the door, this one girl rushes out and Dom answers the door. Therefore, even if Jeff wasn't at the apartment at that time, his story that everybody left to film elsewhere is bullshit. And if he tries to say that this is the next day, well, look at this guy's shirt. It's a plaid shirt. In the next day footage, which I believe it was the next day that we saw the sunlight through the window in a couple of clips ago, this dude is wearing a different shirt, a gray shirt, which is a confirmation to me that they were there the night of everything happening and didn't leave.
I probably should have touched up on this with other people to get the exact story straight, but I just
everybody. What story straight? The truth or not?
I actually love this part because he actually admits that he should have spoken to somebody else to get the story straight. When you are telling the truth, you don't need to talk to no one, baby.
Keep in mind, we all play exaggerated versions of ourselves. It's like, I wouldn't say characters, but like everybody has their thing. But Dom's character was this dirtbag, dirty Dom, and I don't know how much is real and what's not. I talked to Dom off camera, and he didn't seem like as intense as he was on camera.
I do have a huge problem when members of the Vlog Squad refers to themselves as playing characters in the Vlog Squad, because Dirty Dom did what he did to Ali off camera, which signals to me that whoever they play on camera is actually the real person. They're just shitty people trying to hide behind characters, because if they were actually good people, they would have addressed the situation back 3 years ago when the Ali video came about. But because when Ali came out with her story, there were no consequences to any of them, they all remained friends with Dom, and they all just remained doing their vlogs and just business as usual.
Do you feel it was a fair characterization to characterize the author as a liar who's just trying to make money?
I think so. I think what she did was wrong by putting my name in there with the story.
Have you read the article?
I have read the article afterwards, yeah, bits and pieces, yeah. I mean, I read the parts with my own name in it on their own.
So you haven't read the whole article, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay. So when you say to her, you're a liar who's just after the money, you're questioning in the entire you're questioning in the validity of the entire article.
There's a lot of money being made off of this story where something horrible happened, and the guy who did it is not in jail. We're all just making content out of it for entertainment now, it seems like. And I'm the only one who did not monetize my video.
The fact that people are making money has nothing to do with the validity of the article. We're all working, like you said. She said you denied being involved. What more do you want her to say? When two witnesses who were there say that they saw you come in with alcohol.
She said, then she referred to a video of Trisha.
That was not in the article.
Trisha referenced.
That was not in the article.
It was in your conversation. It wasn't in the article because she couldn't find the proof of it.
That was in our conversation, but she didn't put that in. That's what my problem was, because I said to her at the end of it, I said, yeah, Todd likes whiskey. So I made fun of him in a barbershop. This is where she cut.
No, you're wrong, dude. You said in the clip that I was playing, you said that he does drink whiskey.
I said, he does drink whiskey, and that's where she cut. And right after that, I said, but that was in a barbershop episode that was filmed 2 years after this situation.
Well, and he deleted the video, so he can just put it right back up and we can watch it. And then we can see if he's telling the truth. But what pisses me off the most is the fact that he only read the parts of the article that involve his name, when in the same breath, he's saying that he cares about the people who have been sharing their stories, when he didn't even read the entire article. He only read the parts that involve him, and the only reason, in my opinion, that he cares about the situation and he's talking so much smack about the reporter is because he's losing sponsors and support in his channel. He's getting a lot of backlash, and now he's losing his cash cow, David Dobrik.
People weren't accusing you of doing anything other than, like, I heard that you went to go get the alcohol. The girl said you guys brought back alcohol. That was it. That was the extent of your accusations. No one said that you did anything wrong with the girls or anything.
Does Todd like whiskey?
Yeah, Todd loves
okay,
whiskey.
so there you go. And you said it to her, and she put it in the fucking article.
But the way she
So
worded
how are you going to justify putting her name out there
alcohol.
and calling her like some liar who's just money hungry? That's just a dishonest. That's just not a fair characterization.
To me, the problem is Dom. He's the one who did the essay here, and
David.
I think David.
Yes. Very much. Also, David.
I understand David had no recollection of this.
Except the tag. Come on.
He filmed it. He was there with the limped out girl. He went back to get the closure of the thing.
He got the text message a year and a half ago. He removed the video.
I thought he faked the shot the next day.
Come on, does he expect anyone to believe that David Dobrik wasn't aware of what's going on? Unfortunately, I believe that David Dobrik is smarter than that, and I'm pretty sure he knew what Dom was doing, in my opinion.
Record, you don't apologize to Kat for what you said about her in your video.
I want to know what Kat's objective is. Is it to get the girl's story out?
Yes.
Because you were such a small part of it. You were literally 2 lines of the whole article. So the fact that you made this video blew my mind.
I'm always skeptical of these articles that come out with clickbait titles.
It wasn't a clickbait title.
Money. They charge money for it. And again, I don't want to discredit the video here, but it's like there is money coming from this. Where is this money going?
Am I led to believe that nothing in the New York Times is credible because they charge money for the newspaper?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Should I believe that nothing in the New York Times is credible because they charge money for the newspaper?
Ethan is awesome. He did a great job. That was amazing.
I think the intent of the author was to first of all talk about Dom, first of all talk about David, how he enabled it, and the culture of the entire vlog squad, which unfortunately you are a member of, how it all acts to enable this kind of thing, which I don't know if you've been following, but there's more and more videos of girls saying similar stuff happened to them like this through the VENMO.
This situation with this reporter, yeah, I understand she doesn't run Insider. I apologize for putting her, like, I threw that video together quick, and I just felt like I was being accused of these things. I had my mom texted me. She was worried that my name was linked in this stuff, and I was just like, it was impulsive to put out a video like that. I apologize for putting her Twitter up because I wanted to send people to attack her. That was wrong, and that came off wrong.
Not only wrong, but it also violates YouTube terms of service.
True or false? If you make a video that encourages viewers to post cruel and malicious comments on another video, that could result in a strike on your channel. The answer is true. Content or behavior intended to harass, threaten, or bully others is not allowed on YouTube.
But as far as the wording of the story, I would have appreciated it if it was a little bit better, but it is what it is. I guess that's why you just don't talk to reporters, and that's why nobody's speaking but me. But I felt that if I came on here and just genuinely talked from the heart, that I would be able to show that I am a good person. I had nothing to do with the sexual assault. I had nothing to do with anything that happened inside of that bedroom. I mean, that's my story. That's from 3 years ago. That's what I remember.
Jeff, if I could just talk to you before you made that video, I would have told you, just say, I'm sorry, I regret being there, what happened was horrible. The fact that my name's even associated with something so terrible is just, it's humiliating and awful. I'm donating to this. I'm removing all the videos with Dom. I made a horrible mistake being involved in this even a little bit. I didn't get the alcohol, but you know what? There's confusion. The witnesses, something that you continue to ignore, say that you returned with the alcohol. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe they're not remembering it right, Jeff, and that's fine. But they say it, so you keep passing the buck. Oh, it was the reporter. Oh, it was Trisha. No, it was the witnesses that were there said you came with it.
The interview was a success for Trisha and Ethan, and it was a failure for Jeff. It resulted that he still didn't get himself to look better, and he ended up deleting that My Truth video. While this is all going on, David seems to be unbothered. He seemed to be pretty satisfied with his shitty little apology video, and he was not going to address anything anymore. He did low-key started deleting some videos from his channel, and we all thought it was pretty suspicious until we found out that the unexpected happened. Word about the essay ended up making into mainstream media, and David started losing sponsors. At first, it was the Dollar Shave Club, SeatGeek, Chipotle, DoorDash, EA Sports, followed by HelloFresh, Bumble, General Mills, Angel City FC, Honey, HBO Max, Frank's Red Hot, and Spark Capital, Audible, 776, and his own company, Dispo, that he had to step down from. According to the channel Spillsash, 33 brands have dropped David Dobrik. Insider reached out to all of them and 11 made statements.
HelloFresh said, "We can confirm we are no longer working with David Dobrik or any member of the Vlog Squad and do not have any plans to work with them again in the future." EA Sports said, "We are aware of the allegations against David Dobrik. We haven't worked with David since April 2020 and can confirm we are not currently working with him, nor do we have any plans in the future. We expect any influencer or celebrity talent we work with to conduct themselves in a manner that is consistent with EA's values and policies." Dollar Shave Club said the actions and comments made by David Dobrik as well as some members of his team are very serious and don't align with DFC's values. SA and hateful language of any kind is unacceptable in any environment. We've made the decision to end our relationship and cancel all planned activity. DoorDash said, "DoorDash profoundly condemns the behavior of the Vlog Squad members, and we have terminated our sponsorship of David Dobrik's podcast, Views. This horrific misconduct is incongruous with DoorDash's values and does not represent the communities we strive to create. Our thoughts are with all those impacted." General Mills says, "We are not currently working with him, nor will we engage with him in the future." HBO Max says, "We can confirm that David and the Vlog Squad are not on the list for any upcoming campaigns, and we don't intend to work with them again in the future." Facebook said, "We have no active partnerships with Mr. Dobrik, nor any future engagements planned." Audible said, "We are not currently working with David Dobrik or the Vlog Squad." Bumble says, "We haven't been working with David Dobrik for a year and have no plans to do so." Frank's Red Hot said, "Frank's Red Hots is no longer working with David Dobrik, but we're troubled to hear of the recent allegations against him. We pride ourselves on fostering a safe and inclusive environment, and this behavior is not reflective of our values." And Honey says they are no longer working with him. SeatGeek said that they are reviewing its partnership with David Dobrik after the article came out, and according to TubeFilter, SeatGeek gave them a statement saying, "SeatGeek is not currently working with David Dobrik or the Vlog Squad, nor do we have any future planned campaigns."
And so you guys know, SeatGeek is the company that provided Dobrik with all of the cars that he's given away in his vlog.
Spark Capital, a major investor in Dispo, made a statement saying, "In light of recent news about the Vlog Squad and David Dobrik, the co-founder of Dispo, we have made the decision to sever all ties with the company. We have stepped down from our position on the board, and we are in the process of making arrangements to ensure we do not profit from our recent investment in Dispo."
And losing sponsors is a huge problem for David Dobrik because most of his videos are super short, which is difficult to monetize on YouTube, as well as he uses music that's not royalty free. So most of his content is already copyright claimed. So he makes very little money from YouTube. Most of his income comes from these sponsors. As the situation worsens, more and more members of the Vlog Squad start posting videos on YouTube and expressing their stance on the situation, and other members posted on other platforms to also express their position on what's going on. Losing all of the sponsorship money really hit Dobrik where it hurts so badly that he posted a second apology video. And for the looks of it, it seems like he is on his way to redeeming himself. Let me know down in the comments if you think that his apology video, his second apology video, actually worked for you. For now, I'm going to leave this video here, and we're going to have a part 3 where we are going to talk about this second apology video of his, all of the repercussion that has happened, and whatever has been going on since then. We also have a second Jeff Wittek video apology that we're also going to touch on it on the next part. So I'll see you guys on the next upload. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell button so you can get notified every time I post. Don't forget to press the like button so we can keep push this video throughout the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next upload.